Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Paul Heyman explains why he chose CM Punk to return with on WWE SmackDown. The WWE Universe went wild 1 week ago when Paul Heyman made his long-awaited return on SmackDown. But the bigger shocker was who came with him, CM Punk. The longtime associates returned together to help the OG bloodline against the new bloodline, with Punk serving as the fifth man for War Games. The voice of the voiceless was chosen by the Wisemen as the OG bloodline's fifth man after Sami Zayn and the Usos tried to convince Seth Rollins to join forces. The visionary declined twice, and the OG bloodline was left with a considerable disadvantage before the former AEW World Champion came in to even things up. This also led to fans speculating a potential betrayal from Heyman and concerns about the future of the OG bloodline. Speaking to ClutchPoint's Andrew Corpan, Punk was acknowledged by Paul Heyman as not being a random choice. The seeds were apparently already planted. Paul Heyman explained the connection and recalled his WWE Hall of Fame induction in April. "It goes all the way back to the Hall of Fame, doesn't it? Who introduced me there? Roman Reigns. No one else should have introduced me. Our legacies are tied together forever, and my God, am I blessed and fortunate for that. Then in the front row were my kids. Who was sitting with my kids? My best friend, CM Punk. I spelled that out for the audience. So when the proverbial asterisk hits the fan, and I am shield-bombed through a table in Madison Square Garden by a rogue bloodline led by a traitor like Solo, to whom would I turn to save the day when it's a 5-on-4 situation, and there's no one that will bail out the OG bloodline," Paul Heyman said. Paul Heyman is widely regarded as one of the best creative genius in pro wrestling history. The wrestling legend has seen many top storylines during his 46 years in the industry and believes the Bloodline is the greatest storyline ever. Heyman recently spoke with SAK Wrestling and made the case for why the Bloodline ranks #1 in wrestling history. He compared the Bloodline to the Wwe, the Four Horsemen, Steve Austin versus Vince McMahon, plus Hulk Hogan's programs with Randy Savage and Roddy Piper. "Because of this storyline's longevity, I had to rank it #1. So just in terms of overall storytelling, the constant ebb and flow of affecting other people's environment in the roster, and how they tell their stories, I would suggest it's the most significant," Paul Heyman said. Paul Heyman himself has been a part of several top storylines over the years. He led the Dangerous Alliance and was responsible for just about all original ECW storylines. Heyman also played a key role in WWE's Invasion storyline. In the wrestling world, few names command as much intrigue as Paul Heyman and CM Punk. Both are masters of their craft, Heyman with his unparalleled managerial expertise, and Punk with his ability to stir emotions with a microphone or in the ring. When CM Punk made his shocking return to WWE on SmackDown, it wasn't just a moment of spectacle. It was a calculated move orchestrated by Heyman himself. In a recent interview, Heyman opened up about why he chose CM Punk for this historic return, and what the decision means for WWE's future. True to his style, Heyman's explanation was layered with strategy, insight, and a bit of his trademark bravado. The relationship between Paul Heyman and CM Punk dates back to the early 2000s when Heyman first recognized Punk's potential in WWE's developmental territory, OVO. Heyman, who has an eye for talent, immediately saw Punk as a once-in-a-generation performer. "I've always said, talent is talent, and Punk is the embodiment of talent. His return wasn't just a nostalgic act, it was a chess move for the future of this industry," Heyman explained. Their partnership flourished in 2012 and 2013 during Punk's legendary 434-day WWE Championship reign, a period marked by some of the best storytelling in modern wrestling. Despite their eventual split and the fallout that followed Punk's 2014 exit from WWE, Heyman maintained that Punk's absence left a void in the company. Heyman is known for being a master tactician, and bringing Punk back to WWE wasn't a decision made lightly. According to him, the timing was crucial. Every major decision in WWE is about timing. You don't just throw CM Punk out there for the sake of shock value. You wait for the right moment, the right story, and the right platform. SmackDown was that platform, Heyman said. SmackDown, as WWE's flagship show on Fox, has become the epicenter of the company's most compelling narratives. Heyman believed that Punk's return would elevate the show's prestige even further, giving it a jolt of unpredictability and drama. Heyman pointed out that Punk's return wasn't just about nostalgia, but about unfinished business. CM Punk has a history with so many of today's top stars: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and of course, Paul Heyman himself. This return isn't about the past, it's about shaping the future. Punk's rebellious spirit and ability to connect with fans make him a unique asset in today's WWE landscape. Heyman emphasized that Punk's voice resonates with a generation of fans who crave authenticity. Punk isn't just a performer, he's a movement. And WWE needs that right now, he added. One of Heyman's greatest strengths is his ability to take a performer and elevate them beyond what anyone thought possible. With Punk, the strategy is no different. Heyman revealed that he sees Punk as a disruptor, someone who can shake up the status quo and force the audience to question everything they think they know about WWE. Punk's role isn't just to entertain, it's to challenge authority, to challenge his opponents, and even to challenge the audience's perception of what WWE can be, Heyman said. Heyman also teased that Punk's return is tied to a larger narrative that will unfold over the coming months. While he remained tight-lipped about specifics, he hinted that Punk's arrival on SmackDown is just the first domino in a much bigger plan. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Punk's return is his inevitable clash with Roman Reigns, the tribal chief and the current face of WWE. Reigns and Heyman have been an unstoppable duo, dominating SmackDown and rewriting the rulebook on what it means to be a champion. When asked about how Punk fits into this dynamic, Heyman smirked. "Let's just say Roman isn't thrilled about sharing the spotlight with Punk, but conflict breeds greatness, and trust me, the sparks that will fly between those two will be unforgettable." Heyman hinted that Punk's presence could test Reigns in ways no other opponent has. Punk's charisma, wit, and in-ring skills make him a threat not just physically but psychologically, a challenge Reigns hasn't faced in years. Punk's return, orchestrated by Heyman, signifies a shift in WWE's approach to storytelling. Heyman sees Punk as a catalyst for change, someone who can push the company to evolve in a rapidly changing entertainment landscape. WWE is at its best when it's unpredictable. Punk represents that unpredictability. He's the wild card who can shake things up and force everyone, fans, performers, and even management, to step up their game, Heyman said. Heyman also believes that Punk's return will inspire other talents to take risks and think outside the box. Punk is a disruptor, and disruption leads to innovation. That's what WWE needs right now, he explained. The WWE Universe has been buzzing since Punk's return, with social media lighting up with reactions ranging from shock to elation. Fans have speculated about potential dream matches, alliances, and rivalries. One fan tweeted, "CM Punk versus Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Take all my money." Another wrote, "Paul Heyman is a genius. Bringing Punk back on SmackDown was the best decision WWE has made in years." Heyman, ever the strategist, acknowledged the fanfare but remained focused on the long game. This isn't just about one moment or one match. It's about creating a narrative that keeps people coming back week after week, month after month. That's what Punk brings to the table, he said. Punk's return didn't happen overnight. Heyman revealed that bringing Punk back required careful negotiation and mutual understanding. CM Punk isn't someone you just hand a script to and say, "Here, do this." He's someone who wants to be involved in the process, who cares deeply about his character and his story. That's what makes him so special, but it's also what makes working with him so rewarding, Heyman said. The discussions reportedly revolved around giving Punk creative freedom, while ensuring that his return would serve the larger WWE narrative. Heyman praised Punk's passion for the business, calling him one of the most brilliant minds in wrestling. Paul Heyman's decision to bring CM Punk back to WWE isn't just a move for ratings or headlines. It's a strategic masterstroke designed to propel WWE into its next era. By choosing SmackDown as the stage for Punk's return, Heyman has set the wheels in motion for a storyline that could define WWE for years to come. For fans, Punk's return represents the kind of storytelling that makes WWE so compelling. And with Heyman at the helm, the possibilities are endless. Whether it's a showdown with Roman Reigns, a rekindling of old rivalries, or a fresh new narrative, one thing is certain: WWE just got a whole lot more interesting.